Hi, I'm Dan Polimino with KW Big Island, and today at Your Service, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that we just learned at our annual conference in Las Vegas called Family Reunion. About 20,000 of us were there to listen to Gary Keller and some of the great speakers on stage. There were over 200 classes to choose from. It was 4 days of fun, networking, dinners, parties, and lots of learning. And one of these speeches that Gary gave on stage was the 10 Bold Truths. And we call it the 10 Bold Truths because Bold is a program that we teach around the country year-round at Keller Williams Market Centers. But these truths that he was talking about are pretty self-evident to everybody as we move through life and through business. And I just wanted to share a couple of them that really resonated with me. His first bold truth was, happiness is a choice. And boy, don't we all know that. This is something that I've really been working on the last couple of years, which is how do I be happy in all of my circumstances, both good and bad? And Gary went on to talk about some of the things that he's done in his life and some of the strategies, and I'm happy to share with you those in greater detail at a later date. The other one is there is no try. Yoda's famous do or do not, from Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. I really lean into that. I love that sentence that there is no try. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. But just saying, hey, I'm going to try probably isn't enough. You can't, if I said, hey, there's a coffee cup here on the table, can you show me what it looks like to try to grab that coffee cup? No, you either grab it or you don't. And so I've really been laser focused in on doing or do not, one of the two, which then brings us to another one of his truths, which was no one succeeds alone. And then he added, and no one fails alone. Yeah, that's really been the case in my life. And in fact, the failures for me have been so much more powerful, and I've learned so much more than the successes. In fact, when I've interviewed a bunch of really wealthy businessmen over the years and asked them about their careers, you know what? They always tell me about the people that were there for them when they were down, when they had hit rock bottom, when they had failed, when they had gone through bankruptcy. They talk about the people that lifted them up. They very rarely, if ever, talk about the people that were alongside of them when they succeeded. And I can say that's probably the case for my life as well. And then Gary ended on number 10, which is, love is the answer. Love conquers all. And I don't think I need to go into a lot of explanation, but if you're loving your neighbor and you're loving your family and you're loving your clients, and you are showing caring, compassion, and empathy, and really love people well, you will live an amazingly fulfilled life. And he talked about that in great detail. So there's more. I've only given you 4. There's 6 more. I'm happy to share them with you. If you want, just email me at Dan@theHawaii.team, and I'd be happy to give you the rest of the list. In the meantime, if there's anything we can do for you, help build your business, we would love to be at your service.